Guys, we're done.
Bye, everybody. Great winner. Well deserved by Austin Oman there. And we are now already with the Honda 200s Cadet out on their final formation. Remember, they were going up to the grid. A couple of them trying. A couple of the dads are giving it a go. I do feel something. Oh no! If Ash can actually put the camera on rather than just hanging around as he is at the moment, drinking and having a lovely time. You use both your batteries, Ash, honestly. Yeah, that was that. Sorry, he's coming now wanting some what's the word for it? I'm just saying, some appraisal. I've only got a problem because Ash has got battery shortages, which he shouldn't have because he's a professional and should know he should have enough batteries on him. So I'm not very impressed by this. I'm going to have a word with him about. I know that's deliberate, so he can hear me. Oh, dear.
Right then.
Because you know who's going to go and give him the batteries, don't you?
Yes, you couldn't wipe that lens down at the gasworks as well, could you?
No, because I haven't got enough time to do all those things. They're in different directions.
Well, you could still do that, Nick. I can't really handle
and
that.
Then do the interviews, and then pass it to yourself and everything else.
Okay. Right then, Honda Cadets out there for their standing start for their final. Again, another 10 minutes and one lap for these Honda Cadet races. And I've been looking forward to this one since the second round of Glenagores, to be honest. It's stopped raining. It's still very wet. It's not going to dry out before we finish. But we might end up seeing some proper Honda Cadet trains of karts. Still very tricky conditions, so I think I'm a bit sort of optimistic. It's Kevin Ivanov who has taken the pole position by the looks of things. Ryan White alongside in second place. We then got Archie Loveridge and Ronnie Smart on row 2. Row 3 has Elliot Burke and Luke McGall. The weather forecast is for it not to rain anymore, by the way. So we will see. I doubt we'll see a dry line appear. We may do. You never know. The wind's getting up. So, fourth row of the grid, Ed Spain and Albie Smith, Noah Clark and Ralphie Branscombe. And we get underway. Not time to go down the full grid order as we are already into turn 1. And that is a zip kart 1-2 through the first turn. And we've got a kart off. Not quite sure the identity of that kart. And he's hit the kart. He's hit the barrier rather harshly. A bit winded. We've got yellow flags at turn 1 as the race gets going. And it's the number 50 of Kevin Ivanov who leads towards the second set. He's got a kart off into the mud on the right-hand side. And another kart off in... I've never seen a kart go off that far at the back of the field. Meanwhile, at the front, Kevin Ivanov leads. Ryan White struggling to stay in that third place as Ronnie Smart tries to squeeze around the outside. It's Archie Loveridge who's challenging the leader. Loveridge indicating to Ryan White that they want to see. They want to join in and work together as we go full course caution. That's the Battenberg flag will fly. And the leading kart of Kevin Ivanov, he will take control of the pace of this. Whilst we tend to that Carter that went off at the first turn, we will get the field under control. I can give you a rundown. Kevin Ivanov will lead across the line under Battenberg flag conditions. Archie Loveridge second, Ryan White third, Ronnie Smart fourth, Ed Spain fifth, Noah Clare was sixth. Then we have Jack Wykes, Elliot Bork, Ralphie Branscombe down to ninth. Jane Prakash, 10th, Jacob Letherby, 11th, Ricky McIntosh. It's Albie Smith, that is the kart that's gone off. Now, Albie was... where was Albie? Albie was up there, wasn't he? He was in 8th place, started in 8th place, so a bit of a crowded first corner. Ralphie Branscombe, who started in 10th place. Ralphie Branscombe came through in 9th. Just outside the top 10, Jacob Letherby 11th, Ricky McIntosh 12th, Finley Thursfield, Archie Cannon, Daniel Barton, Ashton Horsepool. First of the novices is Dino Rowlands. He's in 17th. Then we've got Tyler Banks, Luke McGall, Sophie Morris is 20th, Ella Dixon, Riley Blakemore, Ollie Knox, Freddie Budd. The novice battle continues with second novice in 25th overall, James Pearson from Jaden Patel Scott and Jerry Dufficy. Field being brought round still under Battenberg. I think Albie Smith will be probably a bit winded. He went in quite hard. And a nice pace being held by Kevin Ivanoff while we tend to Albie, let him get his breath back. Still under Battenberg conditions. The cart still should lead themselves around in line astern. I can tell you Albie Smith is out of the cart and on his feet. He's not happy for some reason. But he is well. He is fine. So the cart will be retrieved. And the rest of the field will make their way around. This is the Honda Cadet final, where the clock has continued to tick. We've got 6 minutes coming up there. After this, we've got our Mighty E Electric Bambino final, then the Junior Primos, the Intermax, and then we round off round 3 of the Kart Championship here in Warden Law with the C50 Comas. Bound to be entertaining, that one. It has been pretty much all weekend. So we've cleared that situation. The tyre barrier just been put back in order from the amazing staff here at Warden Law. All staff of Karting North East, of course, the home of Karting North East. If you ever want to try racing or driving here at Warden Law, then Karting North East is an arrive and drive hire kart company. As we go back to green, Ivanoff will lead into turn 1. No change in the order, all line astern through turn 1. So the race continues then. And in fine style, we've got 3 of the best. And Ryan White down the inside, about to say 3 of the best, if not 4, if not 30 of the best. 31 of the best Honda Cadet drivers in the country here in the Kart Championship. Ivanoff has pulled out a bit of a gap as Ryan White went to get past Archie Loveridge. He's managed to get past as Ryan, and the number 1, he's carrying the number 1 because he's the reigning Kart Championship champion. He's also the British champion, the MSUK British champion in this class. So we've got a quality field out there in front. The Zip Kart team being represented by Kevin Ivanoff. He's down as a privateer. I don't know if that's just a livery on the kart. Project 1 is Ryan's team. And then Archie Loveridge there, challenging Ryan White. Glad to see that puddle's disappeared. Ryan White sliding wide at the last turn, and Loveridge going through for second. Ryan White coming back at him. Who's that joining in as well? It's Ronnie Smart, who's joining in with his teammate Ryan White, as White hangs on to that inside line, cuts back. Ronnie Smart, is he going to make that happen as well? He has. The 51, Ronnie Smart, joining Ryan White there. It was all about what line you were on through turn 1 and then on to Brian's Bend. And there was just nothing in it, all about the momentum that these karts were carrying. So as Ivanoff disappears, Ryan White second, Ronnie Smart, his teammate, is in 3rd place, and then Archie Loveridge 4th. And it's going to be a nip and tuck battle.
Yeah, great racing again in the Honda Cadets as you were looking for this one, Joe. And it's looking like we're going to get a P1 exchange of position. So the P1, actually what happened was P1 went from P2 to P3 and P1 went from P3 to P2.
Still Project 1 though in second and third.
Hard to say quickly, it was hard to say that speed.
It's just now Ronnie Smart. Ronnie Smart ahead of his teammate Ryan White. And White sliding wide at the gasworks. He's going to come back though on that more grippy line on the outside. And he does. Loveridge, though. Loveridge is just like a hunter waiting for his prey. And he's going to pounce. He's going to absolutely pounce on these, trying down the inside. But that faster, more grippy line on the outside is able to, momentum and speed is able to be consistent.
And you're inside, and that's going to work for one position as it is, yes.
It is. It is. I thought Ryan White, because they haven't got the power to punch out the corner, you've just got to, let the kart slide. And then Loveridge had the line there, didn't he? So a change. So Archie Loveridge in a Project 1 sandwich.
And they're going down towards centre 1. they're not quite so keen on diving into the tight inner line, even though it's working quite well for Loveridge. He certainly seemed to have found a little bit of grip and confidence over the last few corners. Looking to get back to second. Now, the thing to remember, of course, is in front of these is Kevin Ivanov, who's 3 and a bit seconds ahead of Ronnie Smart.
Yeah, because all of this, as you would say, Nick, kerfuffling is allowing Ivanov to head off and extend that lead.
I think
Ryan White, I'm surprised at. He hasn't got the pace here. He's dropping back. He's dropping back towards the clutches of Ed Spain.
It's Loveridge who's got the pace, to be honest. He's really kind of got that speed, it seems. It's going well.
So out and across the line has gone Ivanov. Let's see what the gap is. Another fastest lap from him. 4.4 seconds to Ronnie Smart. Archie Loveridge in third. Ryan White fourth. Ed Spain fifth. Then we've got Elliot Burke, Noah Clark, Ralphie Branscombe, Jane Prakash, Archie Cannon rounded off the top 10.
Sweeping round into the dog leg, and it's interesting that Loveridge now really got he's putting his foot down. He's got 3 laps. I don't think he's going to make up those 4.4 seconds, but suddenly he's definitely got the most pace of the chasing 4. But now, can Ryan White start competing for that final place in the podium, or will it be taken from him by Ed Spain, who's come out from nowhere? It's a Spain in the blue fronted machine. He's done he did a couple of through the pack finishes yesterday in the dry. We've not seen much of him in the wet, to be honest. But now he's showing in this main final. Currently scored 5th, Joe.
Yeah, he's coming, isn't he? Ed Spain. I think it's Ryan White is. I don't know what it is, whether it's a setup change or something for these conditions, but certainly Ryan's lost a bit of pace that we saw certainly in the superheats, and pretty much all for rounds 1 and 2 as well. Dropping back to 4th. So is Ed Spain going to challenge? We'll keep an eye on that. Ed Spain in the blue cart. Ryan White just ahead of him. That one's Archie Loveridge going wide.
Spain, though, absolutely thinking about getting into that what will be 4th place. Ryan White, who at one point was dreaming potentially of a podium finish and a chance to wave the... Well, it wouldn't be champagne. What would it be? It'd be a bit of fizzy water.
I think so.
Yeah.
But
it's looking very much like...
Ed Spain just carried momentum and nudged. He came upon the back of Ryan White's cart, and that almost put him sideways.
He didn't do his
well
bumper,
to hang on there, didn't he?
Do his bumper. It was just that was absolutely example of 2 carts taking corners very, very differently in the wet, and he was just carrying. And now suddenly, look at that. Ronnie Smart says, "I've had enough of being behind Archie Loveridge. I want to be second again." So Loveridge, who looked fantastic for 2 minutes. Now he's got Smart back ahead of him, so it's Ronnie Smart in second. Ivanov still leading. You'll see Ivanov flashing, as you saw just a second there. He's nearly 5.5 seconds ahead. He's absolutely ruled this particular race. We've had a couple of these now where just one driver has completely ruled the event. But we can find out what he thinks about it when Joe talks into a minute. But this is the battle for second. And up the inside again, it changes for the 3rd time this lap, but then they're neck and neck. I wonder who'll be scored over the line, because they're about as close as they can be. It's going to just be Smart by 400ths of a second.
Yeah,
but now he's not in the lead anymore, though, because unless he can get they're both getting the same line at that point, it's in and out, looking both ways.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we'd like to be the leader, but it's a bit hard to leave this battle for second.
That's right. It's hard to break away from this, isn't it? I mean, we're going to have to eventually give Kevin Ivanov, who's, again, another dominant run, but I think a dominant run being exacerbated by the fact that behind him everybody has been squabbling and battling on, and this one will continue. Archie Loveridge continues in 2nd place. Ronnie Smart continues through. We're going to pick up Kevin Ivanov in a moment when we get towards that checkered flag. It'll be round 3 for Kevin Ivanov in the Kart Championship. And Ivanov, who didn't really feature coming into the championship here, as he takes the final turn, it'll be checkered flag time. So a 3rd round win for Kevin Ivanov in fine style, fine dominant style.
Very close for second. And it's just gone to Loveridge. He got it back again on that last lap. Loveridge on the ins and the outs and the ups and the downs, and obviously making sure that we had to cover the leader. Just gets the win. So a great result there for both Ivanov and Loveridge. Loveridge coming back there towards the end. So it's been scored as Ronnie Smart in 3rd. So Ivanov, Loveridge, Ronnie Smart in 3rd. Then Ryan White, Ed Spain, Elliot Burke, Ralphie Branscombe, Noah Clare, Archie Cannon, J.M. Prakash, Ashton Horspool, Jack Wicks, Luke McGall, Dino Rowlands, Jacob Letherby, Daniel Barton. And halfway down Barton, it is Jacob Letherby. No, I've lost the ability to read. It's Tyler Banks in 17th, Sophie Morris in 18th, Ricky Jr. In 19th, Jaden Patel Scott. Well done for the rookie there, up to 20th. Sorry, and then it's Luke Jardine, Ella Dixon, Ollie Knox, Finley Thursfield, Jerry Jeffersy, and Freddie Builder. And again, as has happened with these wet races, very, very spread out. So we'll do any second now. We'll have a quick chat with Kevin Ivanov with Joe. He's just waiting for the young Kevin to take off his helmet. And they are nicely thrown out. So Joe, take it away. Joe Bradley.
Congratulations, Kevin Ivanov, round 3 of the Kart Championship. Tell me right now, have you got a chance to let that soak in?
Yeah, it was a fabulous race. Yeah. I had a gap, so I just calmed down and let myself win. Hopefully I can do the same for the rest of the year.
Yeah, so
it was a very calm race from you. Were you aware that everybody behind you were kind of squabbling and allowing you to gap them?
Yeah, I mean, it just went to plan, really.
Yeah. Who do you want to thank then? Who do you want to thank for this fine win?
I want to thank my mum, my dad, and Zip Factory Kart team.
So are you with the Zip Factory Kart team? Are you up there?
Yes.
Yeah. So who's your best mechanic up there then?
Probably my dad or David, who helps me out.
Yeah, they've done a cracking job, Kevin. Congratulations, mate. Well done. And looking forward to the rest of the season?
Very.
You've been here before, haven't you? I've seen you race at Warden Law many times. Is this one of your favourite tracks, do you think?
I mean, I've only been here second time now.
Oh, really?
It's a very good track, very twisty and turny, and it's not about the engine here, it's just mostly about driving skill.
It's been a horrible days weather-wise, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it's sunny next time for the Winter Series. Well done, Kevin. Congratulations, and we'll see you next time. In fact, we'll see you at the next round.
Yep.
See you in Cumbria. Thanks. Kevin Ivanov, guys.